Hi, I'm Jeff Murrah. I want to welcome you to True Texas History. Today we're going to be talking about the Grayson County Veterans Monument. Up there in Grayson County, some of the folks have forgotten their history, and they're wanting to get rid of the monument. I don't really like. One of the locals said that the statue is a symbol of hate. I've got to wonder, these people must see hate everywhere. If there's any hate, it's coming from them because they hate anything that reminds them of principles, of value, honor, and responsibility. Okay, in terms of Grayson County is up there near Sherman, Texas. And Grayson County, their volunteers contributed quite a bit to the war. You had Young's Texas Regiment, which saw action in the Indian Territory. But I guess protecting settlers from Indians is not, that's hate, according to the modern people. According to the settlers, that would have been an important thing. They were also involved at the, you have the 11th Texas, you have Young's Texas Regiment, and they're the ones that were fought in the Indian Territory. They fought at Corinth, they fought at Atlanta. Now keep in mind that across the southern states, there were only two state capitals that weren't burned when they were captured. They had a tendency, the Union soldiers had a tendency to burn the state capitals and destroy the records, which made a mess of things. But I guess protecting the records, like for instance, your land deeds, your marriage licenses and stuff like that, that's hate to go ahead and protect and preserve those things. You had the 9th Texas Cavalry, which had some distinguishing actions. You had the 16th Texas Cavalry, and I'll have to go into more detail with some of those later. And then you had the 9th Texas Infantry. Let's spend a little more time there. These folks, they were at Shiloh, Chickamauga, throughout Georgia. They were at Perryville. Now this regiment, they started off with, I think it was 1,011 men. At the end of the war, they came back with 8 officers and 79 men. That is some tremendous casualties. That is paying a price to preserve freedom, to the ability to have differences of opinion, the ability to live without soldiers being quartered everywhere. Keep in mind that some of these men, like for instance, the 16th Texas Cavalry, they saw the wagons of the raiders coming, and they prevented the invasion of Texas. But I guess, in the name of not hating anyone, you've got to let anybody come in and invade, burn your towns, steal your livestock, and that's okay. I guess some of these modern people forget that the war was one of subjugation. People were going around killing the livestock, burning the farms, destroying farm instruments. There was a lot of damage lost, and people fought to protect what was theirs. They carved it out of the frontier, and it's reasonable that they want to go ahead and protect it. It's unfortunate that some of the folks there in Grayson County have forgotten that. The 11th Texas Cavalry, they fought at Murfreesboro, and one of their leaders, gave the command, "Charge him, my boys," is his last command before he fatally passed away. Let's see if I can show you. You know, because the 11th Texas was an interesting unit. Let's see if they have a regimental flag of it. No, I don't find it. Because I know a lot of y'all like to see the flags. They're just something, you know, it makes it a little more real. Let's see. But I know a little bit about the 11th. The 11th fought alongside Terry's Texas Rangers. They were brigaded together. And the 11th flag was quite interesting. Now, the 9th Texas Infantry, they fought under a Van Dorn flag. It looked like that. But the 11th, oh, yes, here it is. See, one side it has the wrong number of stars, and the other side has the right number of stars. See, they kind of put this little stray star down here. But it's quite interesting. And it was made by the women of Sherman and Gainesville. Gee, honoring women. But I guess they're haters, right? So anyways, I hope that the people of Grayson County come to their senses and they don't succumb to the blind hatred of people that just hate anything and say everything is hateful just so that they can get rid of it, because there's some lessons to be learned from the sacrifices of the men and women that they made for Grayson County. And you know, to go from 1,000 men in a regiment to come back to only 79 and 8 officers, that's tremendous casualties, all for Grayson County. And they forget it. It saddens me. But until next time, this is Jeff Morrow wishing you vaya con Dios. I'll keep you posted on what happens in the other Texas counties and preserving some of their stories. Till next time, goodbye.